What's up guys, this is Merc Music and I'm bringing you guys a quad feed with every gun on Call of Duty Worlds at War. Now there are a couple of important things I want to mention before we get this video started. I'm not including the knife and the bazooka for this, and the reason why is because the knife itself isn't actually a gun per se. However, the bazooka is, but the reason we're not including it is because we're doing every primary and secondary weapon in its category. We're not actually including the perk, similar to the RPG in Call of Duty 4, so I hope you guys can be understanding about that. Aside from that, this is essentially the same thing as COD 4. It's a dual-tage with focus, however, he's not here to do a dual commentary, so it's just gonna be me talking. So, we're gonna kick things off here with the rifles, and real quick, I just want to tell you guys what our gamer tags are so you don't get too confused throughout this video. Focus's gamer tag is Farico Focus, and I have two different gamer tags throughout this video. I have two old clips from my old account, Merc Music HD, and the rest of them are from my new account, Merc Music, with no numbers, all letters. So that's pretty much it for the gamer tags. Now I want to talk about something that is very, very important to this video. As you'll notice, in this video itself, you're pretty much only going to see one game mode featuring clips, and it's a game mode called War. Now, I'm not sure if Erik is trying to keep War as an exclusive game mode for just Call of Duty World at War. However, we've been begging for them to bring this game mode back. We've been asking Treyarch to bring it back, and we've been asking Infinity Ward to introduce it to the Modern Warfare series. However, they just can't do it. They say it has something to do with the maps and the spawns. However, I would love to see it return in Call of Duty Ghosts or maybe a future Treyarch game, because this is one of the most fast-paced game modes you're going to play in Call of Duty, and it's so heavily objective-based. It is amazing. And I'm actually going to explain exactly how it works. When you start playing this game, you capture flags at a default speed of like a 1x capture, basically. However, as your team starts doing better in terms of kills and playing the objective, you start earning momentum, which allows you to capture flags twice as fast. And if you start doing really well, you start capturing flags 3x as fast. Now, the reason why this is great is, if a team is struggling and they're down to their last flag and they're able to hold off the other team because the other team just wants to kill whore, they're able to actually start earning their own momentum and blitzkrieg, and they're actually able to make a really huge comeback, because if they have momentum and they capture a flag, they get put on blitzkrieg, and as they start pushing the other team back, they are able to start winning the game. So it allows for some really insane games and very unusual outcomes when it comes to winning a game and getting lots of kills. So it's a great game mode. It's the reason why this video is possible, because pretty much every clip is from War. I don't think there is a clip from a different game mode other than War in this particular video. However, I want to tell you guys how you can pull off these quad feeds. It's not too difficult, and I'm going to tell you guys the 3 basic stepping stones that allow you guys to pull off these clips. 3 things you need to pay attention to in this video, and you can even rewind to watch some of the other clips to see exactly what we were doing, is you need to focus on where the current flag is standing, the routes to get to that flag, and where the enemies spawn. Because as you can see in most of these clips, I'm usually somewhere near the flag, and I'm usually like halfway between their spawn and a route they would usually run to the spawn. You'll notice this in almost every single clip, even Focus's clip, because me and him, we've played this game since it was first out, and we know exactly how to play War, man. We're just absolute tanks, and as you can see here, he's halfway through the route, and he's right there at the spawn. It's just the way it works. It is a flawless system, and it works in War. And it works in other game modes as well, however, not quite as well as it does in War, because as you can see here, halfway through the route, there's someone in the spawn. Just the way it works. It's a beautiful system, and it's like flawless. So if you're playing Call of Duty World at War, just keep that in mind. It doesn't seem too apparent when you're playing. However, if you start putting it to use and you start practicing this method, you'll notice it's very, very easy. And you can start hitting clips more consistently, and you'll hit more quad feeds. And overall, you can get some really sick games, and maybe even get some sick gameplays, who knows. It's just a very effective method for someone who is aggressive, has really good accuracy, and is able to take on multiple players at the same time. We're moving on to the snipers and the pistols to finish things up here, but you're going to be watching some of these clips and you're going to be like, those aren't the same quad feeds I had seen before, or you might not even consider them to be quad feeds. Some of them are split, some of them are streaks, and I'll explain why. The main reason is going to be hackers, and we'll talk about that later, but you might also be wondering if these are sniper lobbies, and there's a lot of snipers in the lobby. However, we did not go into the lobbies saying, hey, let's all just snipe. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the sniper Grizz, however, he's one of the most well-known snipers in the Call of Duty series, and he recently has stopped playing Black Ops 2 because of the whole sniper nerf, and he's moved on to, well, he's gone back to World at War, and I love it because it's bringing a lot of players back onto the community. However, they're pretty much all snipers, so if you go on World at War and you're in a lobby with Grizz or similar sniping clans, you're going to be playing against snipers, so it's going to look like a sniper lobby. However, it's really unintentional, to be quite honest. Now, moving on here with the pistols, a lot of these are split, and the reason being is because of hackers. So let's talk about this, because Call of Duty World at War has never really been in a great state. You know, when the game was first out and it was relevant and it was new, the game was fine. There were no hacks. No one was trying to ruin the game. However, since Treyarch will not do anything to be able to like upgrade the security and patch these mods and hacks, people are just using them like crazy. You know, it's like wildfire. It just constantly spreads. The infections, the god mode, the aimbots, whatever it may be, no clip, unlimited ammo. Tons of people are using it, and there's no moderation whatsoever. You know, I've done live streams to try to ban hackers on World at War. I even made that specific video calling out Mohawk, trying to get him banned, and guess what? Microsoft still has not done anything about it. So, very disappointed in how they moderate the hackers on World at War. But we're going to be finishing up the video with some pretty awesome bonus clips. This is a quad sticky. I'd actually thrown 2, however, only one of them actually did any damage. And I know I was talking about Grizz, but check it out. Focus hit a triple on Grizz while we were playing, which is absolutely sick. So I hope you guys enjoyed the quad feed with every gun on Call of Duty Worlds at War. Aside from the hackers ruining the game, and while they're probably still out there ruining the game now, to be honest, the struggle and the conflict made it that much more worth it, because if anyone could do this, it would be a walk in the park, and you'd be seeing tons of videos just like this one. I've been playing Call of Duty for over 5 or 6 years now. I'd have to say I'm a pretty skillful player. I am very knowledgeable about the game, and I set myself a goal, I was able to achieve it, and it feels pretty darn good, and I'm glad I get to share it with you guys. So, if you guys really did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like, share it, or favorite it, whatever you can do to support it, and I'll see you guys later.